friends. Today we are going to begin with the sixth chapter of your civics book, Political Parties. We all know that modern democracies are representative democracies. Such democracies can hardly function without the like minded persons working together and acting in concert. Unless the representatives of people are organized in political parties, their assemblies will consist of unattached individuals who will be unable to discharge the functions properly. They are one of the most visible institutions in a democracy. For most ordinary citizens, simple citizens, democracy is equal to political parties. In remote areas, people may not know anything about the constitution or working of the government, but they would know something about political parties. In this video, we are going to learn about what is a political party, its functions, and its necessity. What is a political party? A political party, in the general sense of the term, means the coming together of people on some issues who have decided to work together for the achievement of common objectives. In simple words, we can say a political party is a group of people who come together to contest elections and hold power in the government. They agree on some policies and programs for the society with a view to promote the collective good. Parties reflect fundamental political divisions in a society. Parties are about a part of the society and thus involve partisanship. What is the meaning of partisanship? But it is a tendency to take a side and inability to take a balanced view on an issue. Okay, so thus a party is known by which part it stands for, which policies it supports, and whose interests it upholds. A political party has three components: the leaders, top class leaders, the active members, and the followers. Okay, the three components of a political party are the leaders, the active members, and the followers. Now we will learn about the functions of political parties. Basically, political parties fill political offices and exercise political power. They do so by performing a number of functions, most important of which are we are going to now discuss. Contest elections. Okay. Democratic setup depends on elections. The first function of political parties in most democracies is to select suitable candidates who would enable the party to win more seats and come to power. Parties select their candidates in different ways. In some countries, such as USA, members and supporters of a party choose its candidates. In other countries like India, top party leaders choose candidates for contesting elections. Now, second function of political parties we are going to discuss, that is formulation of public policies and programs. The parties contest elections on the basis of some set programs and manifesto. The voters must be informed about the basic issues involved as well as about the policies and programs of the party. Hence, the parties formulate their policies with great caution and then explain and expound them through pamphlets and regular meetings. Posters are also displayed. Making law. This is also an important function. Formally, laws are passed by the legislature, but since the legislature consists mostly of the members of a particular party, that is ruling party, they follow the policies of their party. Thus, the law made during a particular government reflect the policies of a particular party. And next function is to form and run the government or formation of government. But one of the main aims and functions of a political party is the formation of government. It can only be done when a party obtains a clear majority. In a parliamentary system, the leader of the majority party becomes the prime minister. He appoints other ministers in consultation with the party leaders. They together form the cabinet and run the government. Okay, play the role of opposition. This is the next one. But the parties that lose in the election, means lose majority in the election, form opposition. The parties which are unable to get majority in the election, majority of seats in the election, they form opposition. They sit in the parliament on opposition benches and criticize the government for its certain acts and policies or for its failure in general. Thus, they exercise restraint on the ruling party. Opposition parties also mobilize opposition to the government. Next function is shaping public opinion. Beta parties shape public opinion. They raise and highlight issues. Parties have lakhs of members spread all over the country, and many activists are also there. Okay, so many of the pressure groups are also the part of political parties. So parties sometimes also launch movement for the resolution of problems faced by people. Is it clear? So often opinions in the society crystallize on the lines parties take. People think in the same way which is forced by the political parties to think. Is it clear? And the last function we are going to discuss now, access to government machinery and welfare schemes. Parties provide people access to government machinery and welfare scheme implemented by the government. For an ordinary citizen, beta, it is very easy to approach a local party leader than a government officer. That is why they feel close to parties even when they do not fully trust them. Parties have to be responsive to people's needs and demands. If parties will work for the welfare of the people, raise their issues, then only they will get support from the people in the elections and can win the elections. So we have discussed some of the functions of political parties. All the functions are very important. Is it clear? Now question is, why do we need political parties in a democracy? Beta, political parties are indispensable to the working of modern democratic governments. In fact, they constitute the backbone of democracy. They are the backbone of democracy. Their wide range of functions, as we have learned about the functions of political parties, they also justifies their necessity. Political parties do so many functions. So it shows that how important are political parties in a democratic country. Instead of discussing the necessity or the need of political parties, if we imagine a situation without parties, we will be able to understand and realize their necessity and importance much better. If there are no political parties, the situation will be like this. But when if there will be no political party, then all the candidates contesting elections will be independent. They may be responsible to their respective constituencies as individuals, but not as a group and not at all responsible to the country. In the absence of political parties, there will be no binding force, no check on the individuals who come to power. Collective responsibility of the cabinet is the soul of the democratic system, which would be totally lacking if parties do not exist. But although governments would be formed, yet their life would remain uncertain and, in all likelihood, very short. The life of government would be very short. The behavior of the independents is a clear testimony to that. Okay, this shows the importance and need for political parties. Better people, if there will be no political party, people will have no idea whatsoever regarding government policies and the direction it takes. When the people vote for a party candidate, they are aware of the principles they are voting for. People vote not for individuals but a panel, which in fact means an ideology. Okay, but if it consists of a crowd of individuals, ideology would be certainly lacking. With the emergence of representative democracies, the need for political parties has increased significantly. But a large scale societies need representative democracy. With societies becoming large and complex, some agencies needed to gather different views on various issues and to present these to the government. They need some way to bring various representatives together with a view to form a government. They need a mechanism to either support or restrain the government, make policies, and to justify or oppose them. Political parties fulfill all these needs of every representative democracy. This discussion shows that political parties are a necessary condition for a democracy. But the increasing number of political parties in the last few decades in most of the countries of the world is a testimony to their increasing importance. There was a time when there were very few countries of the world that had any political party. Now there are few countries that do not have parties. This shows the need and necessity of political parties. I think you all are able to know why political parties are necessary in a democratic country. Is it clear? Thank you, beta.